Let me not put this on there because it's going to make weird sounds in the recording. I never know how to talk whenever you're in a chat, babe. Hey. You know I'm awkward. Trying my best. Oh yeah, how's the audio since you're listening? If you're still there. Let's get the red out of the collar because I do not want that there. And if not, that's okay. Everything's just going to be a little pink, it looks like. That's cool. Yay! Tell the lighting's not great. Let me see if I can fix that. That should be... Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah. Okay. For some reason, this corner is really shadowy. But I think that looks better. This Van Dyke is stuck. Oh, Yay, I got it. Nice. Could not get this off earlier. Let's see. Where did I do the setup? There we go. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Gotta pull up my reference real quick. See, I knew there was a highlight right over here. Not really a real highlight, but something a little bit closer to skin color. That's not in shadow. Here's all of his face. Babe, if you're still there, what do you want for dinner? So I'm recording with my phone right now, so I can't text. Oh, they might have already left. For anyone who's watching, if you want me to adjust the angle of the canvas so that you can see what I'm doing, just let me know. I know I have my computer set up in a weird angle, so. Oh, hello from Tennessee. Oh, it's hot up here today, so I know it's hot down there. So please tell me you are staying nice and cool. So I have my fan running in the background just to keep me cool up here in Pittsburgh. So. Yeah, no, I have some family in Virginia, and my sister wants to go visit them, and I keep thinking about how it's already hot up here, and I know going down there it's just going to be worse. So I just hope you are staying as cool as you can down there, because I know. And then more highlight up here. Oh, a little bit lighter, actually. There we go. Oh, man. Hot flashes in the South. I can't even imagine. So, yeah, please stay safe. Please stay inside until this heat wave passes. Getting this paint all over my hands. Oh, so I'm still at the very beginning of this process. So I'm about an hour in right now. So this is actually a pre-recorded live painting, which is weird. it's like a weird oxymoron. But yeah, right now this is probably the second layer. I did like an umber wash just to prime the surface before going in with a little bit more detail. I'm actually using a technique that I've picked up from learning watercolor. So going in with like some really thin washes and then using each wash to build up more and more pigment on the canvas. I'm usually okay at this segment, so just like leave it a little rough, with like the blending, and then usually I'll go back in as I'm getting closer to the end and going with like even lighter layers. But this just sets like some clear like boundaries. I know like exactly which color I want in like what section of the canvas. But I'm also self-taught, so that might not be the right way to do it. Because only an expert in the way that I have taught myself how to do it. But always room for learning it a different way. So if I learn a different way to do it, I'll definitely talk about it on here. I think the self-taught artistry, like that process is like one of the most fun, because you really get to just play around with whatever medium you're working with. And like you get a different understanding of it than like if someone were to show you how to do it. There's still obviously like just a wealth of knowledge and information from learning how to do it from a professional. But I don't know, I'm glad that I learned how to do it, like just sort of diving in with it and seeing where it takes me. And I really hope you had a similar process with it. Because I get to find something new about it each time I paint. And that process is not something that I feel like can be replaced. Also feel like when I like paint and talk, I like ramble. So also let me know if I'm rambling. Actually, it's not that bad. Just try to lighten that up a little bit. Lighten that up a little bit. A scumbling. Oh, I don't know if I know what that is. If you don't mind, can you explain that one for me? Because that sounds interesting. A scumbling. Like, is that a tool? Like, anytime I find like, oh, is that what this is? Oh, see? You learn something new every day. I had no idea that this actually had a name other than just like light washes. See, that's why I love the art community, man. You always learn something new just by being around each other. I'm definitely going to have to look into that scumbling. I think I have the chat saved so I can like refer back to that after this is done. But no, I had no idea. And see, I always thought my hand movement was weird because I rest my brush on my ring finger as opposed to like my middle finger, like how people do when they write. Which I don't know if that is part of it, but let me find out. I've been doing a whole technique this whole time. We got one pupil in there. This other one. Oh. Might be where you're at on the picture, the eyes, because the small area. Oh, huh. See, this is like arts education is really important, and I feel like learning this terminology can really help someone who, like me, just has like a feel for different things that like they know how to do with the medium, but like learning stuff like this just helps expand knowledge, and like it gives you a place that you can like start to just keep looking for like, oh, well, is there any way that I can make this technique better? So yeah, thank you so much for introducing that, because this is a lifelong process, so there's always room to get better. I might have put that shadow a little too low, but I can always go back in and fix it. I wish I could show y'all the reference that I'm working on, or working from, I should say. Because it's just the cutest little boy. Like, I kind of wonder if there's ever like a point that you stop learning with art. Because I feel like it's one of those things that just feels like it's so expansive that it's really impossible to arrive at a end point, you know? Yeah. Like, I'm actually putting out a blog tomorrow, or a vlog, um, where I'm learning block printing for the first time, which I kind of heard about here and there, but never really tried out. And like just learning that uses a different part of my brain that I'm just not like, that I've never really tried out before. And so anytime I can like put myself back in that position of being like a newbie to something, especially as it relates to art, is like always the most fun. It's like, oh, Like I have to get my brain jogging again. Like it's not just like relying on, that trained muscle memory of like doing the same thing over and over again. It's like, oh, I have to like really pay attention to what I'm doing, which is always really fun to get back into that mindset. I feel like my voice is super raspy right now. Dealing with allergies on top of the heat, so. Ooh, that's the perfect shade. That's the shade I was looking for. Yes. So he has this really light pink right on his cupid's bow. Oh, yes. Love it when I get it just right. I think that might be a little too low. Let me pull that up a little bit. There we go. Hi, Lizzie. Ooh, we're gonna do something this weekend, maybe tonight. Yeah, definitely. Uh, I need to find a way of like hosting some sort of like virtual paint night thing. I don't know if like YouTube has that capability, but I would just love to like be on a Zoom call. Like I do it with a couple of friends from my city, like once a month. But it would be nice to just invite people from off YouTube to just like come hang out and do some painting together, or like whatever like form of creativity that people do. Um, 'Cause that's something I really miss from before the pandemic. Which I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word online, but whatever. But I don't know. I really miss that like just vibe of being in the same room with a bunch of people and like creating. Like it's so much fun. Yeah, like you're so right. Like anytime I've had a creative block and I went into like one of those spaces, it's been super helpful to getting me to like just get out of my head for a bit and just start creating. Because then like someone could be working on something and just like spark something in you. And you're just like, I know what I want to make right now. Being super bad with my palette right now because I'm just like pulling colors from all over and just mixing it, and so different colors of paint are getting in to my walls. But this palette's only for this project, so it's fine. Trying to put together a paint party for my... Oh, I feel you on that. I've just been trying to like sketch every day, which I've been better at because I'm not good. It's like homework for me is like sketching, and I've never been good at doing homework, so I'm just not great at keeping up with that. But this time I've actually been doing a lot better. But no, I feel like that could be like really fun motivation. Um, yeah, I feel like that would be really fun, especially if you have like all of your friends like backing you up with that. Like I feel like that would be perfect, and like everyone can create something at the end of the day. My PayPal is so much. Oh my gosh, Lizzie, I feel you so much on that. Like I'm so bad at cleaning out. Like I have like a actual palette that my partner gave to me. And like it has like such small wells that like I will just like constantly pile paint on top of like the dry ones once it dries out, and it's the worst. It's just like you said, like it actually gets heavy after a while. That's funny. Oh my gosh, yeah, McShonda, yeah, there's actually hands in this one. I don't think you all can see that, but let me lift it up. But like I redrew these hands like 10 different times. um yeah, hands are a hard one. Like once I like the more I practice them, the easier they get, but hands are weird. Cause it's like you kind of think of them as like five different tubes of like various shapes like on this like big like it's weird. Their hands are weird. So it's definitely a worthwhile practice, but I also completely understand if that's not something that's fun because it's definitely not fun for me either. Oh, thank you. Yeah, hands have always been. I don't think I think I've maybe met one artist maybe who actually likes drawing hands. Like no one likes drawing hands. Like I've used so many different like posing methods that like hide the hands in a painting so I don't have to worry about painting hands. Uh, One day I will get to a place where I actually like doing them, but it's probably not going to be anytime soon. Let's see. Yeah, I'm so glad the two of you came in. So I was like, I'm just kind of just painting in my room right now. Like I could see if like anyone just pops in just to chat a little bit. So thank you both for doing that. I'm an introvert, but sometimes I like socializing. Yeah, yeah, Lizzie, exactly. Just like very sneakily, like, oh, just demure, like I'm just like hands, arms behind the back. Oh, that's funny. I wish I could find some of my old like sketchbooks because I know for sure that I have a bunch of drawings in there where I'm just like finding so many different ways to hide the arms and hands and things. Although I will say the one thing that's worse than hands are feet. because it's like everything wrong with hands, but they look even weirder. Jeez. You keep a no hands. It's like I feel like whenever you do art, you realize how weird the human body is. It's like hands just don't make sense. Like they're great for utility, but like whenever you try to draw them, it's just like, why are they like this? Oh, that's so cool. You still have all your sketchbooks. Oh, that's awesome because then you get to see like the progression over time and everything. And no shame in like the first one being a notebook. Like I feel like that's kind of like the best place to start. Like sometimes notebooks, especially nowadays, get super expensive. So like getting a feel for like if this is something you like to do in a way that's a little like non-committal, I feel like that's the perfect way to start. Because then there's no pressure. Like you don't feel like, oh, I have to whole thing up with like sketches, drawings, whatever. Like, it's just kind of it's there whenever you need it, which is nice. Let's see. Really want to get the shadow under his nose. Also, don't want to go too dark with it. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, that's like the perfect way to see if you improved is like doing the same thing over and over again. I'm actually planning on repainting my first ever acrylic painting that was like 10 years ago. I'm planning on doing that next month because it's like the 10th anniversary, I think. Um, which is also cool because I'll be like in my new apartment by then, so it feels like I'll actually have space and like hopefully because like right now this is like super cramped with like boxes and everything, but like that's going to be really exciting to like do that same piece over again and just see like the ways in which I've improved. I'm like excited and scared. I usually don't draw the same person. Um, which like I have like a very passing um like interest in OCs and things like that, which if I were to do that then I'd probably end up drawing the same person, but right now I kind of like getting practice in drawing like different bodies and um like painting like different skin tones and things. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think I've only done that once, like a really long time ago, and I remember it being fun to like repaint something old. So I definitely need to do that some more. Yeah, yeah, same Lizzie. Although I feel like that's really good practice to like redraw the same form because like it's building that muscle memory of like okay, I know what I'm doing. And so it makes it a little bit easier to like spot like, oh, okay, this is something that I didn't do the way that I liked last time, but this time I could do it like a little bit better. I still have so far to go, but I just want to paint in his eyelashes so bad. I feel like I'm so impatient, specifically with eyelashes for whatever reason, and I don't know why. It kind of just like pulls things together, I think, a little bit. It's like eyelashes and hair. Like any form of hair, like I just want to like put it on the person as fast as possible. And it doesn't make sense because I'll just end up painting over it if I rush, but it's like I want them to look like a human being. And like sometimes my paintings without the hair just don't look human. That's why I like already put in the eyebrows and it's like there's no need for me to do that yet. Yeah, eyelashes are so much fun. That's probably it. Like especially when you get into like a groove where you're just like kind of like plucking them up, like it's so much fun. And I also didn't used to like painting eyebrows. And I don't know what changed, but now I just like making them look like very feathery, like getting in all those individual strands on the eyebrows. Like that part's really fun to me now and it didn't used to be. Oh, braids are so much fun. Although most of the time I just don't do it the way I should, but like braids are really fun to do. I have a video on painting braids that's probably one of my most popular on here. Um, but no, I need to give myself some reason to paint braids more. Yes, yes. Which I think that's why I like acrylic so much because I'm an impatient person. It's like I just gotta put a fan on it and that layer is dry and then I could go to the next one. But yeah, that anticipation, like it's like as soon as I start, I'm like, I just want it to be done. Like I just want it to be over. I want to see everything finished. Oh my gosh. Oh. I wish there was a way for us to like share images. I guess you could like share it like through Instagram or something. Like if you wanted to like if you want to send a picture of that, or if you have like a YouTube that you like posted that on, because I bet that looks really cool. I don't know why I'm like watercolor just makes me really excited because it's the opposite of what I do with acrylic. And so anytime I see someone doing acrylic or doing a watercolor really well, like it's really exciting. It's like I have no idea how you did that. But I'm just here to enjoy the artistry. Oh, yeah. Watercolor is just so fascinating. Like you kind of just like there's some control, but you're kind of just like really negotiating with it. Um and like I think that aspect of you kind of just like let it do its own thing, but also like doing it in a guided way. Um that's just really cool. And like when you see someone like really master it, it's just like I have no idea how you do that. I feel like half the reason why I do art is just to geek out over other people doing art. It's like to give people like, oh, like I have this frame of reference now. Let me watch like you do something. I need to experiment more with watercolor. I'm still like very early in the beginning phases of learning how to do it. I knew I wasn't going to get this whole thing done in the 90 minutes that I was supposed to, but I just feel like that Oprah meme, just like but because I know you guys weren't here in the beginning. I'm doing a pre-recorded live painting that's like supposed to be between 60 to 90 minutes. And so I'm trying to keep that like hard timeline, which we're actually coming up on 90, I think, but I mean, usually whenever I live paint, I don't finish anyway, and like people just ask me to post progress later so they can check it out. At least whenever I was doing like live painting at shows. Oh, I've seen like people use water brushes. Are they like? I wonder. Like, I've always been confused as to how they work. Does it just kind of like keep a consistent moisture on the brush, and like that's how you're spread it out? Who? So it depends on like how detailed the painting is going to be. Like it can usually take between like a month and 3 months if I'm going like super detailed, or if I'm just like taking my time. If I were to like condense that, because I also like take days in between. If I were to condense that, it'd probably be like consistently like a 2-week process, just about. If I'm really trying to get a painting done, it can be like between 3 to 5 days. Like if I'm really like every day, just like as soon as I'm off of work, just working on the painting, I can get one done that quickly. But I like the process of just like letting the paint really dry between layers and like taking my time with blending and everything. So that's always the longest part. Yeah. Oh, okay. I gotta try it out. Yeah, I have no idea how they do that, Lizzie. I'm always very constantly amazed at like how people like, especially like the people that do art that's like following some sort of like, like I don't want to say a trend, but like, like say like a celebrity puts out like a music video or something, and like the very next day they have art from that music video, and it's like super detailed, and it's just like I have no idea how you just did this in like a couple of hours. Either that or you just stayed up all night working on this, but it's like I have dedication, but not that kind of dedication. Like you're on a different level. Like I kind of just want to like see how those people work. Which maybe that's like the proper style of doing art, is like knowing the right shortcuts to take so that detailing isn't a long drawn out process. But that is something I'll only ever learn if I get professional classes, which I might end up doing at some point. Because it's always fun to just learn something new. Oh my gosh, an art all nighter actually sounds. Actually, they do those events, right? Yeah, yeah, they do those events where it's like the up all night sort of thing. I want to do one of those so bad, but I feel like that's like the vibe is just like, yeah, we're just gonna stay up all night, get some like espresso shots, and we're just gonna just create until we're delirious. Which honestly is kind of the dream. I just want to have a group of friends that I just stay up all night for like a weird adult like pajama party and just paint art all night over the weekend. That'd be cool to like get like a cabin or something and do that. I'm gonna tell my friends that and they're like, "You're nuts. We're not doing that." Although I definitely have some friends that would be down for that. It's like, guys, when the world's not on fire, let's just go rent a cabin and paint. Oh yeah, my one of my friends tried paint by numbers and she really liked it. Um because I feel like that's like the scary part for painting for most people is just like not knowing where to put the paint because it's like, oh, I think like this like sort of paint works here, like this like color, this tone, this pigment, and then they just hate it because it's like, oh, I should have put it like on this side or you know. Um I feel like paint by numbers is genius for that reason. It's just like, oh, okay, like you don't have to think about it. Like you're gonna make something beautiful, just go with the process, which I feel like is like a way that artists think, but I don't think people who don't call themselves artists are like confident enough to just like go with the flow. And that really gets people in that mindset, which is cool. Hey babe, since you're back in the chat, what do you want for dinner? I tried to catch you before you jumped out, but I think I was a little too late. Honestly, Lizzie, that's like let's steal one of Jeff Bezos' rockets. Colonize a planet for artists. I'm down. I'm so down. It's like for people who want to learn art, you can like come spend like a couple months, like a residency, you know, on Art World. I want Art World. Absolutely. I feel like we could get a GoFundMe started on this. No bills just paid. I love it. And like for all the newbies, we have to have like a show and tell at the end of their like residency. It's like you need to show us that you created something. I'm so down to create art world. Babe, you didn't tell me what you want to eat for dinner. We can plan our art world domination later, but we need to eat dinner. here to collect your taxes, 5 big bottles and not those cheap ones. If you come in here with Speedball, you're getting extradited back to Earth. That's an immediate. We're sending you straight back to Earth. Amsterdam is cool though, but oh, we will tolerate nothing less than the best on Art World. I'm not going back. Oh. Trust me, Earth will never see me again if Art World becomes a thing. It's like, y'all are gonna have to just settle for whatever Zoom equivalent exists at that time. I am never coming back. All right. I feel like the internet connection has to be the most important like component aside from like the actual supplies. I feel like it's like obviously like whatever we need to survive, art supplies and internet connection. Because like I need people back on Earth to know. Yeah, references, absolutely. References are absolutely important. I feel like we can make like a references archive to like take with us and just have like someone on Art World's job is just to like go on the Earth server and just find references and just like save them for us. It's like we never have to communicate out. Like it's like I don't want to talk to people back on Earth, but I want them to know that we're out there and we're not coming back. We're not coming back. It's like, yeah, I'm just having like the 10th paint party this month, and like I need you to know, like we're okay. You know, we're fine over here on Art World, but like we're not coming back. And this is why, because we're having the time of our lives. I mean, we're rolling it with art. Like, I feel like, you know, that's it's still bad, but it doesn't feel as bad, you know? It's still terrible. Yeah, like I think we need to set up what industries we need to like host these paint parties. Like the whole economy is going to be based on paint parties, right? It's like we know we need wine, we know we need pizza. It's gonna kind of be like Pokemon, like you know how the entire world is based on like Pokemon, like that's the economy. Like I feel like that's how Art World needs to be, where it's just like, yeah, we have like it's like a blick on every corner. No, like we definitely need this to happen. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna end the stream there because I need to start planning dinner, and my partner, who's been in chat, is not helping me with choosing what we're gonna eat. what we're gonna eat for dinner. So I'm gonna try to plan that. But thank you guys so much. This was so much fun. Oh, you guys are awesome. You just made this experience like so much better. So thank you for that. Yeah, I don't have like an actual like live streaming schedule yet. I'm gonna try to do it a lot more often. So ring the bell so we can hang out again because that's cool. Jeffrey, I see you in here. You need to help me plan dinner. Art Plan is absolutely waiting for next time. I feel like if we do like a paint party like Zoom call, it needs to be called Art Planet, and that's like everyone's gonna think it's a cute name, but it's really us like setting up Art Planet's like government. So, but nobody has to know that part. All right, thank you all. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next time.